Hello everyone. Today I'm going to teach you how to be progressive. This is a very important lesson, as there is nothing more important in life than being a progressive person. Throw your facts and logic out the window, because those are oppressive tools of the patriarchy meant to hold back anyone that isn't a heterosexual white male. Lesson 1. Point out the problematic aspects of daily life in all forms of entertainment. For example, Doug was a very diverse and inclusive show for its time. It featured characters of color and multi-system lifestyles. However, Doug's obsession with Patty was problematic because it perpetuates a rape culture in which women are simply objects to men. Now that I've acknowledged that, I can continue to enjoy the show. Lesson 2. Use terms such as cisgendered, straight white male, right-winger, and MRA to describe anyone whose opinion you disagree with. For example, straight white cisgendered MRAs are the epitome of patriarchy and use its power to push their right-wing agendas. Lesson 3. Make sure to ask everyone for their preferred pronouns, because the worst thing you can do is accidentally misgender someone. For example, "Hello, it's nice to meet you. May I ask what your preferred pronouns are?" "Hello, nice to meet you too. My preferred pronouns are Z, Zim, Zo, Zoo, and Za." Lesson 4. Label yourself as a feminist, comedian, be sure to never tell any jokes or say anything funny, this is key, activist, and social justice blogger. Embrace pejoratives like SJW. Take pride in your hypocrisy. For example, "I'm proud to be a social justice warrior because we are out there on the battlefield that is the internet fighting the good fight against regressive fuckboys." Lesson 5. Speak out against harassment and send death threats to anyone that expresses an opinion that you dislike. For example, anyone that harasses women deserves to be lined up and shot in the head. Lesson 6. Pretend it's okay to display hateful behavior as long as you believe you hold the moral high ground. For example, it doesn't matter if I support the hashtag #KillAllMen because men are everything that's wrong with the world. Lesson 7. Claim that you support freedom of speech and expression, but start online petitions and hashtags in order to censor products that you deem offensive. For example, "Oh, I'm all for freedom of speech and expression, but we have to ban these video games because they are literally female murder simulators." Lesson 8. Convince yourself that you are never accountable for your actions because you are oppressed, and therefore any shortcomings in your life cannot possibly be your fault. They're simply a product of systematic oppression and the patriarchy. For example, "I know I didn't get that job today simply because I identify as a trans otherkin bird demon from Mars. It had nothing to do with the fact that I showed up wearing lingerie." Lesson 9. Use dubious statistics to support your claim that we live in a rape culture, while denying the fact that any sensible human being decries the act of rape. For example, 1 in 5 women will be raped on campus every year. This is undeniable fact. Excuse me now, I have to carry a mattress to class in a desperate attempt to make a statement. Lesson 10. Tell women they are strong and independent, but never let them take any responsibility for their own well-being and personal safety. For example, women need feminism because the so-called freedom of choice within the confines of a patriarchal society is no choice at all. Hashtag yes all women. Lesson 11. Teach men not to rape, because people predisposed to rape are most certainly going to listen to reason. For example, we must teach men not to rape because the patriarchal rape culture in which we live perpetuates the idea that women are nothing but objects that exist solely to satisfy men's sexual deviancy. Lesson 12. Create safe spaces so that you may never face the discomfort of hearing a dissenting opinion or be put in a situation of any kind where you may find yourself triggered. For example, "Today in class, we read about rape laws. I'm really not feeling well, so I need a blanket, some Play-Doh, and a whole basket full of puppies." Lesson 13. Start a Patreon page because you are going to become a full-time internet activist, but never accomplish anything other than crying about being harassed on Twitter and reblogging those pesky right-wingers on Tumblr to tell them how problematic they are. For example, "Hi, I'm an expert Tumblr blogger with 5,000 followers. I'm here today to ask you for money because I need a way to leech off of everyone that agrees with me so I can continue to sit behind my keyboard and pretend to battle issues all day. Please support me in my quest for justice, or else you're oppressing me." Lesson 14. Claim that you cannot be racist against white people while unironically using insults like mayo and living under the assumption that anyone that disagrees with you is just a white man. Also, don't forget to change the definition of racism to more closely fit your narrative. For example, There's no such thing as reverse racism because racism means prejudice plus power, and we all know POCs have no power anywhere in the world. And these are just a few of the ways you can become a more progressive individual. Please leave your own suggestions on how to be progressive in the comments below. Let's all help each other reform the Western world so that white men are taken from power, POCs are no longer oppressed, and women are viewed as more than objects to which men spew semen at. Thank you for watching, and may social justice be with you.